I'm Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down for this offense. To the air, it's Klubnik. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Clemson jumps to the line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this.
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Martinez. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The Canes have it with a first and goal. On the move. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
It's just so nice to have a signal who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Trying to get to it. Shakes off the defender. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Back to throw, it's Ward. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese. And speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Canes in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go right back to the run. Shakes off the tackle.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to run for it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on...
Just plowing ahead. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. He's moving out of the pocket. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Time to take a shot. Ball in the air, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Clemson, 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Getting some heat.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to throw on second down. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
On the run, it's Maffa. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Maffa. Just destroying his way through the field. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Number 7.
And he made the extra point without problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Eastern Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Ward. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll run it from the gun. Ran through the contact. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. They'll give it to him again. Fights off a defender. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Makes the catch. It's Restrepo. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kane.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Clemson, 14.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an indication.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
14.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Corner's going to give them room. He's going to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. He looks that one in nicely. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Clemson is quick to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes
Touchdown.
hands.
Clemson. Number 10. Defensive score.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge. Just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Ward. Fires on the move. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Fires to the right. Hauls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Clemson, 14.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Set to advance on the play.
Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Ward. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. He's looking for a man on second down. Slips away. He'll fire to his right. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Now on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Afterburners coming. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And the defense doing work.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners. Takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. They're trailing by 10 to Eastern Michigan.
They'll throw it on first down.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Throws for the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet.
And they got him for the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The handoff to Johnson. At the 35, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10 here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Completes the shuffle pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On third down, he drops to throw. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he knocks the extra point through the upright.
Clemson, 14.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick it away.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down to start the drive after the break. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Pocket starts. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble. It's out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by just 2 over Georgia State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Trying to get to him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Clemson is quick to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw it again. Getting some heat. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And first down for the offense.
Quick strike complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They took it 71 yards down the field. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown.
Clemson, 21.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
Miami Hurricanes will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Johnson. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. He finds his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
On second down, looking again to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the give off the left side. Turns it on in midfield. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The give. This offense has a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
To throw, it's Ward. Coming after him. Got his man. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And it's good from 58 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Mamba. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Makes the grab. It's Williams. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
This is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Clemson is quick to the line.
First and goal, Clemson.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Comes out throwing on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Scanning the field, it's Ward. They're trying to get to it. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.